Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am here with home fragrance empties for the last week. I have not only Scentsy and Lavender wax this week, but I also have a candle. So I've got one candle, just a tiny bit of Scentsy, a few Bring Back My Bars that I have melted, and then the rest of them are Lavender wax. As always, there are timestamps in the description box, so jump around as you see fit. So first step, the candle I finished, Vanilla Snowflake from Bath & Body Works. I absolutely love this candle. It is one of my favorites from Bath & Body Works. It's one of my favorite scents. I feel like it's talked about a little bit more in the wax community as of the last year or so, but this is one I felt like nobody else really loved other than me. I adore this fragrance. This is frozen vanilla, iced fir needles, mint leaf, and coconut flakes. It is just the most beautiful, luxurious vanilla mint type fragrance ever. I love it in the wintertime, January and February, and I love how it makes the air kind of feel cool a little bit. It's such an interesting candle and an interesting effect. I absolutely love this candle. I have one more of it, I think. I also would like to try to finish it this year because I'm just not really into candles right now. So I'm trying to move as many of the candles as I can out of my collection. So I have 2 sweater weather candles left and 1 vanilla snowflake. And then that will be all of my winter candles. So I'm hopeful that maybe this winter I can finish those off. But as you can see, I burned this till, a quarter or so of the way down. And then I put this in my candle crock, and this went for days in the candle crock. I feel like that's been my experience with Bath & Body Works candles as of the last few years. I don't get great performance candle-wise, but I'll burn them for a little bit until the scent just gets really smoky, and then they go right into my candle crock. So happy to have finished this, but definitely enjoyed this candle. And for Scentsy, I finished 1 scent circle. This was in Spiced Ember Glow. Had this in my car. I absolutely love this scent. It's very spicy. It's like a spiced charred pumpkin. You get some of the smoke in this. I wonder if I don't know the notes. I wonder if there's like a clove or an allspice, a nutmeg type of fragrance to this. Whatever this is, it is stunning. And this scent circle went really well in my car. There would be times that I thought it was done and then I would get whiffs of it again. So I left that scent circle in there for probably 2 weeks before I switched it out. Not that it was giving a ton of scent, but I was getting hints of it here and there. I absolutely love this fragrance. I have 1 bar of it and I am hoarding it. So probably next fall I'll need to melt it just because I don't want the bar to get super old either. But absolutely love this fragrance. If it ever would come back in a clearance sale or Bring Back My Bar, would love to grab more of that. And then the 2 bars that I have are 2 of the Bring Back My Bars. So these are just available in January, which I'm sure you all know. So I'm not melting all of the Bring Back My Bars. I did get the early access kit because I'm a consultant. I'll link that video above where I go through all of the bars if you're curious. I'm just melting ones that I'm not sure about or ones that I want to potentially get more of. So first step, we have Cranberry Spice. This is cloves, ginger, and tart cranberry. I really enjoyed this bar. It is a very sweet cranberry, definitely has a little bit of tartness into it. It is fruity and kind of spicy without being overly spicy. You're definitely getting a lot of the just cranberry fruit in this bar. And then that beautiful clove and ginger in the background. This is an excellent fragrance. I melted this one in my kitchen. I did already do my order for Bring Back My Bar, so you'll see that at some point here, or maybe it's already up. I'll have to see when I post this empties, but I think I grabbed 1 more of this just because I'm trying not to go too crazy. This is a scent I'll only really melt around Thanksgiving time, but this is a perfect Thanksgiving holiday tart sweet cranberry. Really enjoy that one. And then I melted cherry clove chutney. Now this is one on cold I wasn't so sure about in that first impression video. It was not my favorite. It says Bing cherries, clove, and cinnamon. So I melted this actually the same day as the cranberry spice. I did the cranberry spice in my kitchen and the cherry clove chutney, say that 5 times fast, I put in my living room. The 2 bars together worked perfectly. This on cold, I'm really getting the clove, I'm really getting the cinnamon, but on warm, I felt like I got a lot more of that sweet cherry. Not medicinal in any way or cough syrup, just a sweet bakery type cherry. You definitely get the clove and the spices. I enjoyed this one. I did not pick up any more of this, I don't believe, but I liked this one a lot more warming than I did on cold. This was a great bar, a good holiday type of fragrance as well. So if you like cherry or cranberry, both of these were really great performers, and I would recommend them. But that is it for Scentsy. Let me put my Scentsy, bring back my bar notes to the side. Now we have vendor wax, and I have a slew of just various vendors, like one-offs from a lot of different vendors this week. So I'll try to do the vendors that only have one item first, and then move into the ones that are a little bit larger. First up, from Vintage Chic Scents, I have Pink Candy Cane Who's. I don't have too much Vintage Chic left in my collection. This is rich vanilla cupcakes topped with crushed pink sugar peppermints. So the vanilla cupcakes, this definitely was a Cupcakes at Tiffany's blend. I don't think I really realized that. And then as it started warming, I was like, oh yeah, this is Cupcakes at Tiffany's, but you did get a lot of the mint. This was beautiful. This was strong. Vintage Chic for me, I found that I really have to let it sit. It has an excellent shelf life. It gets better the longer it sits. And so this was from November of 2022, so it's over 2 years old. I had not a problem with it. This was a great performer, a very nice, slightly minty kind of Cupcakes at Tiffany's blend. I don't purchase from VCS, but definitely was an enjoyable fragrance. From Rose Girls, I finished Say It Ain't Snow. Just melted this in my open concept yesterday. This is Fraser Fir, Crisp Winter Air, Vanilla Bean Noel, and Peppermint Sticks. So to me, this was a very peppermint heavy blend. Rose Girls has a very strong, intense peppermint oil. I like her peppermint, but it is one that you have to like peppermint, I feel like, to enjoy Rose Girls fragrances. This was really nice. So you definitely did get the Fraser Fir in this and kind of a vanilla note. I'm not sure what Crisp Winter Air is, but this was blended really beautifully. I felt like I got all of those notes on warm. The peppermint being the strongest, but I did get the tree and a beautiful vanilla. Did this stand out over other fragrances that I have similar? No, but it performed well and I enjoyed that. From Southbound Candle Co., I melted Lavender Cream Puffs. So Southbound is actually one of my very first vendors I ever tried way back in the day. I don't know, 2016, 2017, 2018, somewhere around that time. And I used to get a lot of her kind of fall blends in her clamshells and in her bakery bags. And for whatever reason, just other vendors came around. I just stopped purchasing from Southbound. So I really haven't purchased from her other than this guy in years and years and years. Well, Summer always talks about lavender cream puffs, lavender cream puffs, lavender cream puffs. And so one time she was doing a pre-order, and so I went in and I picked up 2 bakery bags just of lavender cream puffs. I think Natalie did the same. Like, let's give this a try. Summer and I have a lot of similar taste in regards to wax, and she loves this scent. so much, so I had to try it. So I've got 2 of these kind of bakery bags, finished off one of them. This has notes of lavender, buttery pastry dough, creamy vanilla custard, sweet cream, and confectioner's sugar. This was fantastic. I absolutely loved this. Melted this in the wax room here and in my master bedroom. It is just a beautiful, calming, sweet lavender with a lot of bakery notes. Really fantastic. So if you like those lavender bakeries, I would highly recommend it. And I've heard that some people don't get the most amazing performance with Southbound. I've never had an issue, and this through great. But again, I really haven't purchased from her in many years, but I don't remember ever having an issue back then, and that sent through fantastic. So love that. Thank you, Summer, for the recommendation, and I'm excited that I have another bakery bag in my collection. From Swanky, I finished this little scent cup. I'm not sure what she calls these, in Mystic Forest. This was gifted to me from Steph Melt, so thank you so much. And honestly, I'm having a hard time reading the fragrance notes on here because it is, I mean, look at this writing. It's cursive, it's really, really light print, and it's very small. It says, trim the tree, notes of ocean air, cashmere wood, and labdanum, maybe. This was such an interesting scent. I really enjoyed this. This was a powerhouse too. I ended up cutting this into 4 pieces and kind of spreading it out in my open concept. And this went for 2 days before I took it out. You get a lot of the tree. You're getting kind of a fresh aquatic scent. If I'm reading this right, I don't know what labdanum is. I'd be curious to figure out what that is, because this is a very unique fragrance that I don't quite know how to describe it. But if you like tree, woodsy, oceanic scents, this one was really good. So thank you, Steph Melts, for gifting me that. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I think the last one-off vendor I have is Sweet Tooth Scents. This is a clamshell in peppermint macaroon. Is that right? Macaroon? Macaron? I never know the difference between the two. We're gonna say macaron. This is vanilla, cookie dough, lemon zest, and peppermint. Melted this in this wax room the other day, and it is beautiful. I have a tub of this. She offered in a pre-order, I don't know, early 2024. It is such a beautiful bakery peppermint. You get so much of that bakery dough and just those sweet bakery notes, and then you get the hints of peppermint. Stunning. I love peppermint bakery though. This one was amazing and it performed super well, so I'm glad to have a tub of that. Okay, so now we get into the vendors that I have multiple things of. From Lavender and Speckles, I finished off Cozy Barbershop. And I think Christine gave me this one. I think Summer and also Stephanie does those stickers though too. But I think Christine gave me this one. So somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but thank you, Christine, if this was your, whoever it was. Cozy Barbershop is my favorite Lavender and Speckles scent. It is so good. It is Barbershop and Marshmallow Fireside. Her Barbershop, it is not just shaving cream. It's like cologne, aftershave. It's very masculine forward. If you don't like shaving cream, but if you like masculine scents, try this, because I don't think I would smell this and think, oh, this smells like shaving cream. It is a very masculine aftershave kind of cologne-y fragrance. And then you mix it with the Marshmallow Fireside, and it is just a hint of the Marshmallow Fireside. It's not an overly smoky blend. I really don't get much smoke from this at all, but I'm getting that creaminess from the marshmallow. And I think that creaminess from the Marshmallow Fireside just blends so well with her Barbershop. And her Barbershop is a powerhouse. This is one of those fragrances that will blow you out of the house if you're not careful. I really love it though. Obviously I did a whole Barbershop sampler with her. Huge fan of her barbershop oil, and always I want to get my hands on everything barbershop from her because it is exceptional. Could not recommend Cozy Barbershop enough. And then I melted Bougie. So I believe this is a perfume type, but I'm not entirely positive. This has notes of sweet peach, warm honey, grapefruit, nectarine, rose petals, and musk. I melted this in the bedroom, split this 6 pieces up between the couple bedrooms here. It was really pretty. You definitely got the musk. I'm getting that kind of peach and honey, definitely some of the rose. The rose is not overly strong or anything like that, but it is a very musky kind of floral perfume scent. This was really pretty. I enjoyed it. It was a good performer and I liked the scent, but it was nothing that I'm swooning over, so it's probably not one I will get again, but did enjoy it. And if you like those musky kind of floral perfumey fragrances, that was good and a great performer. From Teddy Bees, I've got 3 samples and then 1 souffle. So run through the samples here pretty quick. These were gifted by Summer Michelle. Thank you so much, Summer. This one is Jamboree. Jamboree is wild berry jam donut, fresh baked bread, and a hint of sugar and spice. This reminded me a lot of PB&J, kind of that perfumey peanut butter and jelly type of scent. That's what I got from Jamboree as well. Really beautiful. I definitely would get that if she offered it again. Cashmere and Birchwood. This one is Bourbon Vanilla Vetiver Birchwood Fireside Essence and Warm Amber. Loved this one. This was super unique and just kind of different than what I was anticipating it being. On Warm, you definitely got that Fireside Essence and that Bourbon Vanilla. I could smell the Birchwood as well, but those fiery, smoky kind of notes is what mainly stood out in this blend to me. And the tree and the cashmere were a little bit more in the background. Hard to tell fully based on one sample, but this is really unique. If you like smoky scents, smoky tree, I would love to see that one come back. And I'm surprised about that because it's got the name cashmere in it, and I don't always love cashmere blends, in particular from Tiffany. I found cashmere from other vendors that I can handle and I'm okay with, but something about Tiffany's cashmere doesn't always quite sit with me, but really, really enjoyed that. And then Clean and Cozy. This is a comforting blend of cashmere and cotton with lavender and vanilla. This was beautiful. I had this going in my 3rd bedroom here that I keep the door closed. Put it in that warmer and just kept going in there occasionally to smell it and see how it was doing, what I thought about it. This was really nice. It was very much kind of a light cotton scent, but had that sweet lavender, the vanilla. It was really, really pretty. And I am getting more and more into laundry, as the days, as the days go here. Maybe I'm just craving something fresh and clean because we've had, months now of melting leaves and pumpkin spice and now peppermint and tree and heavier fragrances. Maybe I'm just having a craving for something kind of light and fresh in the air, but loved this. The little bit that I was able to smell of it, I absolutely loved this and would definitely love to see that one come back. So if you like laundry but want it to be blended with something else, Clean and Cozy was so good. And then last from Teddy Bees, I melted Carter. So was really looking forward to Carter. This is very similar in notes to Winterfell. Got this last year around, I guess this time. Yeah, this was poured October 21st. I probably got it late in 2023. So wanted to melt it this winter. This is Smoky Woods, Campfire Marshmallow, White Birch, Palo Santo, Icy Snow, and Vanilla. Very similar fragrance to Winterfell. But I melted this in my open concept space and had not the best performance from it. It was so bizarre. So this was a souffle, and in my open concept, I can use a souffle if I cut it into 8 pieces. Obviously, if I have more, it's better, but especially the stronger performing scents or the scents that smell stronger on cold, a souffle can do my open concept. So cut this into 8, put it in my open concept. I smelled nothing for hours, and I was really bummed about it. I was like, this one didn't work in my open concept. I do have a loaf of this in my collection, so next time I need to melt it, I think, in the bedrooms and see how it does in the bedrooms, but just could not smell this in the open concept. Probably 10 or 12 hours later, I was walking through the house or whatever, and all of a sudden I was smelling it. Not very strongly, I'll say, not very strongly, but I was smelling that birch, the paulo, kind of those smoky woods. And I was like, are you kidding me? This took a really long time to like get into my nose, like get pumping through the house. And even when it did, it was very, very light. So not happy with the performance on this one, but that's okay. I mean, 95% of Teddy Bees for me does perform. And so occasionally you're going to have duds with anybody. But I'm hopeful that the loaf that I have, if I melt it in my smaller spaces, that I'll have better performance. And oh my gosh, it pains me so much when I hear people say like, oh, I'm giving up on Teddy Bees, I don't get performance. I wish I could help in some way, because I get such great performance from her wax, and her wax is so beautiful. And I know how frustrating it is to want to smell your wax and you're not smelling it. Anyway, though, long story short, that one didn't really work for me, but I have high hopes that I'll just melt it in the bedrooms and it will be great. 2 from Super Tarts, first up being Yippee-Ki-Yay. This is pine needles and sugar cookies. Absolutely adore this fragrance. This is one of my favorite tree scents ever. It is very strong, and I don't know, maybe this bag is a little bit older, but this didn't last super long in my house. I probably got like 8 hours of it, which might seem fantastic for vendor wax, but a lot of my Super Tarts will go for multiple days. It is like a 2-day performing type company for me. Her wax does so well in my home. So still got great performance from this bag, but was a little bit less than I would have anticipated. But I love this. If you like tree, but you need those bakery notes to go with it, Yippee-Ki-Yay is so, so good. And I mean, Pacific Northwest Winter from Teddy Bees is my number one, I think. But this one I have been melting for, I mean, like 8 to 10 years and have never gotten tired of it. So that's a testament, I think, to how good that tree scent is. So if you like tree, but just need a little extra something, Yippee-Ki-Yay is really good. And then I melted my absolute favorite lavender blend ever, and that is Go to Sleep. This was my first ever kind of lavender fragrance that I ever tried back in the day when I started this wax journey. And it's just one that, even though I found so many lavenders that I absolutely love, and maybe I would like other ones better, this one just gives me the feels. I just love it so much. This is lavender, sweet cream, and pink sugar. Her lavender is so nice too. It's one that I feel like she blends on her own, maybe. Like, it is such a unique lavender. I've never smelled another one like it. And so she either gets like an oil specialty made, or she makes her own kind of lavender concoction that she uses in her blends. I'm assuming, I'm guessing, because I've never smelled another lavender like this. And it is so good. You get the sweetness from the pink sugar, that beautiful sweet lavender. Could not recommend this scent enough. Love this for the bedrooms, and honestly, the whole open concept, I would put this scent in. But it is the perfect, relaxing, beside your bed kind of nighttime blend. So the last vendor I have is Second and Spruce. So I want to talk Second and Spruce here for a minute, and then I'll share with you the 3 items that I melted. I mentioned this, I think, super briefly in my last empties video, but I am struggling a little bit with my older Second and Spruce wax performing the way that I performing the way that I was anticipating based on like newer stuff that I've melted. So I'm really new to Second and Spruce, right? I've only been purchasing from her shop for a little over a year now. It was like November, December 2023, so a little over a year. Well, in 2024, I went absolutely crazy for her wax because her wax is phenomenal. I mean, not only does she have amazing blends, but she also, I love just her attention to detail. The performance of her wax is always great. You know, have amazing things to say about her shop. Well, because of how much I bought, I have stuff that's a year or a little bit older than a year that's been sitting in my collection. So I've started kind of focusing on pulling some of those things out just to make sure they're not sitting too long. And I'm finding that I just don't think that her wax is having the best shelf life, which is disappointing because I have so much of it and I have so much wax in general that I can't always get to anybody's wax immediately. But I'm just curious if anybody else has experienced this. Have you guys melted your older Second and Spruce? Is it performing like it used to? So let's go with this first one here. I think this is one of the only kind of super older ones. This is Where There's Smoke. This was poured November of 2023. I think Christine gave this one to me. So thank you so very much to Christine. Love this scent so much and I'm out of it now. So it's definitely one that I would like to pick up again. I have Where There's Smoke in Palo Santo and Where There's Smoke in Vanilla Balsam, but not Where There's Smoke on its own. This is Mallow Fireside, Smoked Vanilla, Sugar Cookies, and By the Fireplace type. This is the most amazing By the Fireplace type of scent ever. I love this so much. It is so beautiful. I've mentioned it before, but I would love to see like a Where There's Smoke sampler. I think that would be really fun. In any case though, this was a mini loaf and it used to be, or like with her newer wax, I feel like I can cut a mini loaf in half and I could do just like a couple pieces of the mini loaf in my open concept and get exceptional throw. I had to use the whole mini loaf of this one throughout my open concept and it was like a medium performer. I could still smell it. It definitely was present and I don't mind using a mini loaf. I mean, that's fine, but it's different than some of the other ones that I'm melting where I can get away with a lot less and get a much stronger performing wax. So not saying anything bad about the throw on this. It was great. I enjoyed it. I could smell it. It, you know, lasted probably like 8 hours. That's something else I'm noticing is that her wax is dying quicker for me than maybe it always has and I just haven't really paid attention. But her wax is dying off quicker in the day than it used to for me. I don't know if it's something about the softer wax formula, if it gets heated and those oils dissipate quicker. I don't know. I don't make wax for a reason, right? I buy it and review it. That's my contribution to the wax world. I'm not, you know, in tune with the making of the wax or why chemically it works the way it does. That being said though, I'm curious what your experience has been. I still love her stuff, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of feeling like I need to slow down with her stuff and use what I have and make sure I'm only keeping, you know, 6 to 8 months of her wax in my collection. Like try to get to a place with her stuff where I'm buying, melting, you know, and not buying, melting, buying, you know. I need to be melting it quicker, I think, because I'm just not feeling like it's having as great as a shelf life as some other vendors that I've tried. Maybe I'm crazy. So I'm just curious your experience. Still love her stuff, love her wax so much, love her as a business owner, and yeah, just things I've been noticing lately. So curious what you guys think about that. Okay, enough of my ramble. I've got 2 more here. I finished off a clamshell of Iced Vanilla Woods. This is the Bath & Body Works type. This is vanilla, lavender, smoky, woodsy, and musk. It has, 6 pieces. I put this in my open concept. I think I put this in the same day when this died off, like midday. I put the Ice Vanilla Woods in. Beautiful fragrance. I love Ice Vanilla Woods. This was very strong. Again, it only lasted probably like 6 to 8 hours before I took it out, but was very strong for the time that it was in the warmers. Love that scent. And then lastly, I melted in my bedroom one of her she gave 3 of these, whatever pre-order this was. I want to say this was the sampler pre-order back in the summertime. There was peppermint buttercream, eggnog buttercream, and gingerbread buttercream. And the idea was that you can mix them with milk and cookies. Well, I've just been melting them on its own. So I melted this little peppermint buttercream in the hot plate warmer in my bedroom. This is creamy peppermint, candy cane, and buttercream. A really nice bedroom scent. Soothing, relaxing. You definitely get the peppermint. You're getting those bakery notes as well. Beautiful. Really enjoyed that. Okay, that is it. Those are my empties for the last week. Some chit chat to go along with it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing everything that I finished this week, and I will see you guys very soon in my next one. Bye.